Gloria. CBS 8 News live at 6 starts now. One month after hundreds of Republic Services sanitation workers went on strike, that strike's officially over. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
And I'm Steve Price. In tonight for Marcella Lee. This morning, union members voted to accept a new deal, ending the strike, which left trash piled up all over Chula Vista and parts of San Diego.
CBS 8's Shannon Handy has the deal reached and reaction from both sides.
Chula Vista has really seen the worst of it, but even in San Diego, like the back of our station here, trash has been piling up. And while trash pickup will resume tomorrow, some local officials say Republic Services needs to be held accountable for all its customers had to deal with over the past month. What's the word?
Back to work. We won.
Republic Services truck driver Michael Bernardo left his union offices Monday feeling excited and relieved after he and his coworkers voted 137-70 to end the month-long strike.
Back to work tomorrow, servicing our communities, and it just feels good right now, The bank account, can stop growling in the stomach and we can go on with our lives.
Bernardo cast a yes ballot. Others we spoke to who voted no say while they didn't get everything they wanted, they too are happy to get back to work.
Where it really did get me was the mess that was causing out in the city.
More than 200 sanitation workers went on strike December 17th asking for better wages and working conditions. Specifically, they wanted a $2 raise this year, followed by $1 in the years that followed, which would have gotten them close to $30 an hour by 2025. Instead, they agreed to a $1.90 raise during the first year, 50 cents for the 3 years that follow, and $1.50 in the final year of the 5-year contract, giving workers closer to $29 an hour. Republic Services also gave workers a $1,000 bonus. That money was the only difference between their last offer and the one accepted today.
The company haven't really budged, so we had to make a decision.
Following the vote, Republic Services released a statement saying in part they're pleased, adding, "We take pride in providing all of our employees a total compensation package that includes competitive wages and comprehensive benefits." While regular trash pickup resumes Tuesday, Chula Vista Council member Jill Galvez says the city plans to hold Republic Services accountable for its lack of service over the past month.
I do not expect that we're going to let Republic off the hook at all, and we'll be demanding a full month's refund for all customers affected by the strike. I still expect that we will be continuing to add up the fines and penalties and all that this has cost our city. And I don't expect that our city crews will stop working either, because there is still a lot of trash.
Meanwhile, San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria says he's relieved the strike is over, though it's unclear if the city of San Diego will seek the same refunds and fees as the city of Chula Vista.
COVID testing is expanding in San Diego this morning. A new free site opened in Kearny Mesa in the Zion Market parking lot on Claremont Mesa Boulevard.
CBS 8's Abby Alford reports on the need for more locations, how to order new tests from the government, and how to get reimbursed for at-home tests you purchase.
The COVID testing site in front of Zion Market in Kearny Mesa is the newest one here in the county, and the lines aren't that bad. People say it's much needed in this community.
In partnership with the Asian Business Association, San Diego Councilmember Chris Cate and Broadwell Health, a new free COVID testing site opened in Kearny Mesa Monday morning to help alleviate with the long lines and support the Asian community.
So I'm thankful the more places, the less lines, so hopefully they start popping up more and more.
Lorenzo Bambino's taking a rapid test.
My wife her mother had gotten COVID, so she got tested, and so I figured I should get tested too.
When Lorenzo's son was exposed a few weeks ago, he says that they couldn't find any appointments within a week, and a rapid test was $250.
So we ended up actually just quarantining for 10 days because we couldn't get a test fast enough.
The federal government is trying to make testing easier by purchasing 500 million at-home tests for distribution. The self-test reimbursement program started on Saturday. Here's how it works. For those who are insured, if you bought a COVID test starting January 15th and onward, you can be reimbursed by your insurance company for the full cost up to 8 self-COVID tests per person. If the pharmacy accepts your insurance information, you can do it at checkout or submit a claim through your pharmacy coverage like CVS Caremark. Now, if you're not insured, starting on Wednesday, you can log on to covidtest.gov and order up to 4 free COVID tests per household. The test will ship within 7 to 12 days of ordering. Insured can do this as well. Back at the new Kearney Mesa testing site for school, work, or travel, you can get a free rapid antigen test with results in 15 minutes or a free PCR test with results in 1 to 3 days.
There's still surges all over, and it depends on location. But yes, we have been able to kind of narrow those down, and we're doing just the best as can to help the community in this time of need.
Broadwell Health says it does not want to run into the problem it did at MTS transit centers, where some people complained of results taking longer than 10 days.
So we actually shuttered a lot of our MTS locations, especially because of that throughput, to kind of bring those test results down.
The Zion Market location on Claremont Mesa Boulevard will open for just this week, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. In Kearney Mesa, I'm Abby Alford, CBS 8.
And for more information and details on this story, as well as others related to the pandemic, text the word COVID to 858-571-8888, and we'll send back a link directly to your phone.
While the COVID surge appears to be declining in parts of the northeast U.S., health officials say it could be weeks before new COVID infections peak nationally.
First-time COVID cases in the U.S. have now hit 800,000 per day. A new CBS News poll shows just 36% of those surveyed believe President Biden's COVID response is going well. A website to deliver free COVID tests to Americans goes live on Wednesday. A major winter storm is hitting the northeastern and U.S. and New England. It may be the other side of the country, but that ripple effect definitely being felt here.
Yeah, the weather's causing flight delays and cancellations. If you're heading to the airport to fly out or pick someone up, make sure you check ahead. In the meantime, as Nikki Batiste reports, tens of thousands of people in the path of the storm don't have any power right now.
It took muscles and machines to move mountains of snow in Buffalo, New York Monday.
I've been out here since 8:30 this morning, and that's all I've really gotten done.
Cleanup is also underway in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where any kind of travel is treacherous. Near Cleveland, Ohio, snowfall measured 17 inches.
Everyone I see getting out of their cars and just trying to help each other, complete strangers.
And while areas close to the coastline avoided big snow accumulation, Old Saybrook, Connecticut faced flooding, and hurricane-force winds in Salisbury, Massachusetts fueled a fire near the oceanfront.
Around 2:30 this morning, an officer pounded on my door and screamed, "Everybody has to evacuate this area."
The fire destroyed a motel, an apartment complex, and 3 homes. Here in Rochester, New York, the forecast is up to 16 inches of snow, and this area is under a winter storm advisory until late Monday as the system moves north into Canada. The storm hit the mid-Atlantic and southeast region Sunday, wiping out power to more than 100,000 customers. Thousands are still in the dark today. Freezing rain in North Carolina coated roads with ice. In Durham, crews worked late into the night removing this tractor trailer that slid off an overpass. The driver was treated for injuries. In Virginia, snow and ice forced some truck drivers to abandon their vehicles. And in Florida, the warm side of the storm spun up multiple tornadoes. Nikki Batiste, CBS News, Rochester, New York.
Wow, what a storm, and look at what it's left in its wake. Very cold temperatures all the way from the northern plain states all the way to the mid-Atlantic. It is 36 degrees right now in Atlanta, 33 in Nashville. You head up to New York City and Washington, D.C. They are also at 36. On the flip side to that, high pressure and a weak area of low pressure keeping the west very mild right now. And here's that storm as it plows out into the open waters of the Atlantic, the cold air on the backside of it. Let's take you out to the west coast here and look at our very weak storm. As it spins in, we'll see a chance of some light rain overnight. Not a whole lot of accumulation. We saw a couple 100s in the East County. Tomorrow, maybe a chance of a sprinkle or two over the inland microclimates, and then we start to warm up. For you folks along the coastline, mostly sunny skies by the afternoon, and temperatures also warm up as Santa Ana builds in. I'll explain about our weekend forecast coming up in just a bit.
On this Martin Luther King Day, Alliance San Diego, an organization working toward what it calls a more inclusive democracy, celebrated the life and legacy of the civil rights icon with a virtual event.
This year's program theme is titled Love and Power. Organizers say their focus is to help bridge divisions and hatred in our communities. The celebration was moved online because of rising COVID cases, but they still had live musical performances and speeches to honor the civil rights leader.
Big Brothers and Big Sisters of San Diego County celebrated the spirit of Dr. King today by getting outdoors and doing something to benefit the entire community.
The organization teamed up with the Surfrider Foundation for a beach cleanup this morning. CBS 8's Brian White has more on the Be Big campaign.
Right here in Imperial Beach, dozens of volunteers showed up for a good cause in more ways than one.
With nothing more than garbage pickers and trash bags, volunteers big and small took to the beach to clean things up in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
We were like picking up trash by the pier and the sand, like glass and a bunch of plastic bottles.
We found like cigarettes and just pieces of plastic bags.
By cleaning trash off the beach, they're hoping to teach these little ones how to make a big impact.
You have to protect your environment because the ocean's really polluted right now. So the animals at the beach don't die.
Little Nessa here met her new big sister Sydney through the Big Brothers Big Sisters of San Diego County.
It feels great just to know that I can impact like such a beautiful soul, and it means a lot just to come out here and put a smile on her face just because she does a lot for me more than she knows.
And little Nessa thinks highly of her big sis.
She takes me everywhere that I want to go.
The foundation has about 500 volunteers and mentors for kids across the county, but they need more because over 200 kids are still on the waiting list.
It's literally the most fun thing. We go to places, we go eat after.
Daniel Guzman and his big bro, Nate Gulizia, came out for the beach cleanup. Ever since being paired up through the foundation, they've had so many adventures together.
You know, you hear the saying that you get more than you give in that type of thing, and this is definitely the first time that it really hit me. Like spending time with him, just getting to know him, watch him grow.
And if you'd like to become a big brother or a big sister, you can find out how by going to our website at cbs8.com and click on this story.
Good way to spend the day. Thanks, Brian. Still ahead, how many pets the San Diego Humane Society found new homes during the Betty White Challenge, and how you can still help out.
Plus, does the recent Supreme Court ruling mean that companies can't require employees to be vaccinated? We're going to verify.
But first, an up-close look at the massive underwater volcano eruption that triggered a tsunami advisory along our coast.